Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos World. This is the all-new 2019 Pulsar 150 Classic. Now there were a lot of spy shots doing rounds over the last few weeks, but now I have the real deal right in front of me. I tell you guys everything that you need to know about what I feel is the best looking Pulsar 150 to date. It's amazing how subtle design tweaks can end up giving the bike a fresh new look altogether. The Pulsar 150 Classic was launched earlier this year as an affordable 150cc bike since the actual Pulsar 150 was replaced with the twin disc variant, which ended up being much more expensive. No doubt the Pulsar 150 twin disc looks every bit as the Pulsar 180, which adds in more sportiness in terms of performance as well as looks. But this Pulsar 150 Classic is the ideal 150cc commuter bike that one can buy currently, and the bike looks all the more hotter now with these new shades of red being thrown in sensibly all over the bike. So first, let's start out by checking the differences between the Pulsar 150 Classic and the Pulsar 150 twin disc variant. The first and most important difference is the price. The Classic is nearly 15k cheaper than the twin disc model, and being priced at a mere 64,832 ex-showroom Hyderabad, the Pulsar 150 Classic is also the most affordable 150cc bike, beating the likes of the Unicorn 150 and others in the segment. This is outstanding stuff by Bajaj because the Pulsar 150 has been reigning supreme in the 150cc segment as the best seller, and the true Pulsar fanboys throughout the country have every reason to celebrate, as the best selling 150cc sport bike in India is also now the most affordable 150cc sport bike. And with this stunning new red and black avatar, the bike is going to sell like the tickets of Avengers Infinity War sequel. Design wise, the twin disc variant gets a split seat layout as opposed to the single seat layout of the Classic. The twin disc model also gets sporty body graphics, but the Classic variant, even without the body graphics, looks just as much as appealing, and in fact looks much more beautiful than the Pulsar 150 twin disc variant in my personal opinion. Also, the twin disc model gets extended tank shrouds, which the Classic doesn't. In a way, I like the fuel tank layout of the Classic much better because it reminds us of the first gen Pulsars that were known for offering a muscular, well-chiseled fuel tank, which was a hallmark design element of the Pulsar lineage. Also, the twin disc model gets split grab rails at the back as opposed to the single grab bar of the Classic. I also particularly like the satin chrome treatment given to the exhaust heat shield, which adds a premium feel. Another practically useful thing that the Classic offers is the heel and toe shifter that allows for more convenient gear changes in city traffic as opposed to the toe shifter that the twin disc model gets. Finally, the Classic also gets a Kickstarter, which the twin disc model doesn't. Now, looking at the spec variations, the Classic gets a shorter wheelbase at 1320mm compared to 1345mm of the twin disc variant. Now, this means the Classic would be easy to flick around in city traffic, but the twin disc model would offer better high-speed stability on the highways. The ground clearance for both remains the same at 165mm, which is more than sufficient. Even the weight remains the same for both at 144 kgs. Looking at the engine specs, again everything remains the same here, with both the bikes getting a 149.5cc engine, and even the power and torque figures remaining the same at 14 PS and 13.4 Newton meters respectively. Suspension wise, the Classic gets 33mm front forks as opposed to the chunky 37mm front forks of the twin disc model. Now this means the twin disc model would offer better front end feel, but since the Classic would be predominantly ridden in city conditions, I don't think this is going to make much of a difference. Talking about the brakes, the Classic gets a 240mm disc up front as opposed to the 260mm disc that the twin disc model gets. Again, this would translate into the initial bite being much better on the twin disc model compared to that of the Classic, but the Classic also offers decent braking performance, as you can see for yourself. ABS is still not offered for the Pulsar 150, but the rumors are strong that the ABS variants of the Pulsar 150 and the 220 would be launched early next year. Also, the twin disc model, as the name suggests, offers a rear disc brake, which the Classic doesn't. Now, talking about the tires, both the bikes come equipped with tubeless tires, which is great, but the twin disc model offers a fatter 120/80 rear tire compared to the 100/90 tire of the Classic. Now tank capacity remains the same for both at 15 liters. Now taking the bike out for a spin, the bike is just as much as refined as it has always been. It offers a nice and linear and smooth power delivery in the lower RPMs, but once the revs climb higher, the sporty character of the engine lurking underneath starts becoming a little more apparent. The bike does 100 km per hour with ease, but doesn't feel as sure-footed as the twin disc model, which offers better high-speed stability because of its longer wheelbase and fatter tires. Nevertheless, as a commuter, the Pulsar 150 Classic offers best-in-class room for the rider as well as the pillion, with a nice and long and comfortable seat. The quality of foam as well as the stitching looks a lot more premium considering the budget pricing that the Classic carries, and the only thing that bothered me was the hard clutch pull. Though the gear shifts are smooth, the throttle action is light and easygoing. A lighter clutch pull would have made this bike absolutely perfect. I just hope Bajaj work on this aspect of this bike for future upgrades. The suspension is well sorted out to offer a comfortable ride through city streets. Braking, as I mentioned before, is extremely decent for a budget 150cc commuter. Now mind you, though this is termed as a budget 150cc commuter, the bike looks super hot and ultra sporty in this new black and red livery. Now mileage wise, my friends who have owned the Pulsar 150 claim a mileage figure close to 58 kmpl if ridden sensibly, which is outstanding. Price ex-showroom Hyderabad for this new 2019 Pulsar Classic 150 is just Rs 64,832, which makes this bike cheaper than even some of the 125cc bikes in our market. So getting the best-selling 150cc sport bike for the price of a 125cc bike, that too in its best-looking avatar to date, I don't think any other proposition can come even close to matching this. So in my opinion, the new 2019 Pulsar 150 Classic is the best 150cc value for money bike that you can buy in our market currently, all aspects considered. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.